Bryce Cooke, and you're watching Comically Unrehearsed. It's the improv comedy podcast that we do improv comedy on.
That's accurate.
It's pretty complicated.
That's the way to describe it, I think.
And today I'm with my fellow comedians, Grant Hearn,
I'm really feeling it.
Martin Callen,
I'm also feeling it.
and Austin Lenaburg.
I'm feeling it like a mediocre amount, but still feeling it.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about things we love. What do you guys love?
I love ice cream.
Ice cream.
Who doesn't love ice cream?
I love disasters.
Oh,
That's
okay, that's
dark.
dark.
It's a controversial opinion.
So
to
does
say the least.
does anybody have a disaster that they've ever had with ice cream?
I have an ice cream disaster.
Do tell us.
An ice credaster.
That's correct.
Is that?
Yep,
That's
that's the
correct.
proper term.
Okay.
Ice credaster.
Ice credaster.
I'm big into
confirm.
disasters. I know the name for each specific kind.
We know. Thank you. Regional disaster expert.
Regaster.
Martin Callen.
Yeah. Are you talking about a regaster?
I am.
That's
the
a regional
regaster. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Regaster.
So my ice credaster started at Disney World. I was about 7 or 8. I was there with my mom and my stepdad, and I don't remember which ice cream store or even which park we were at, but I got a big mint chocolate chip ice cream cone, and I was super excited about it. Mint chocolate chip's always been my favorite ice cream. It still is. So we were walking around Disney World. It was really hot, and it started to melt, and I apparently didn't know how ice cream cones work, that you're supposed to lick around them to keep them from dripping. So all of a sudden, my entire arm was just coated in green sticky goop, and I didn't know what to do about it. My 7-year-old brain was just there's so much ice cream, I could never lick all of this up. So it spread, it got all down the right side of my pants and on my shirt. I was walking behind my parents. They didn't notice at the time until I was just crying, and I was like, Mom, I have ice cream. I don't know what to do. It was bad. We had to go buy Mickey Mouse clothes. We had to
What?
buy me a new set of clothes to change
Had
into.
to buy.
Had to buy.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
God, quit buying me these cool shirts.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Dang it.
It was all my clever
This
$40
$40 Donald Duck t-shirt, Mom.
Oh, no,
Please
I
don't.
have Tarzan pants. I don't love this or anything.
What's funny is you're describing what is the most horrible ice cream moment you've ever had. And I can just imagine seeing a kid in Disney World when I was a child covered in ice cream like their arm. I was fat, so I would have looked at you and been like, challenge accepted, my friend.
I think it's also worth noting that an ice cream disaster, because ice cream is so good that even an ice cream disaster still isn't that bad.
I'm just
It's still
imagining
pretty cool.
his arm is just covered in mint chocolate chip. I would have been like, he's a superhero. His hand's made of mint chocolate chip.
Mom?
Yes.
What's this green goop all over my arm? I'm really scared, Mom.
Oh, Jimmy, you got a bad case of the Goup'ems.
Oh, Mom, what'd I do?
How long has this been happening, Jimmy?
For about 15 seconds.
15 seconds of the Goopies, and there's still time.
Oh, that's really good news, Mom. I love you, Mom.
I love you too,
What-
Jimmy. Don't touch me, Jimmy. I don't want the Goup'ems.
Mom. Mom.
Don't try to talk the Goup'ems away. We gotta get you to an expert.
Cut to the expert.
Okay, doctor.
Wow, that is a major case of
It's
the
all over
Goup'ems.
my body now.
Jimmy's got the Goup'ems so bad, I don't have any other sons.
Oh my, you don't have another son?
I got no other sons.
I have no siblings.
Oh my goodness, the only known cure of the Goup'ems is to sacrifice a sibling. But you don't have a sibling to sacrifice?
I don't know.
I haven't made any that I'm aware of.
Oh no, this is really bad. The Goup'ems clinic, we can treat it, but there's no cure without a blood sacrifice.
Come back to the home after the doctor's appointment.
Okay, Jimmy. I gotta have a complicated conversation with your father about getting these Goup'ems at bay.
You think you can buy me a sibling within the amount of time?
I don't know if buying's the word I would use for it, Jimmy, but I don't want you to die of the Goup'ems.
Thanks, Mom. I hope you and Dad can make me a brother or something.
I hope or something. Carrie!
What?
Carrie, you know our son Jimmy?
Who?
Jimmy? Goup'ems boy?
Oh, that kid with the Goup'ems?
The kid in our house with the Goup'ems.
Oh, he's not dead yet?
Not yet.
God. I thought we would have. He's not going to give me the Goup'ems, is he?
Not if he doesn't touch you.
Thank God. I'd never let that filthy thing touch me.
I'd say that's very unlikely considering how little time you've exposed yourself to him in his long life.
Have I even been in the same room as that child? I hope to God not.
As far as I'm aware, no.
All right, then the record is protected.
Carrie, I have a very delicate request.
You lost me at delicate.
You know, like a porcelain doll.
Oh, right. I've got tons of those. I collect
we
porcelain
have
dolls.
a lot. Those are what you call your sons, but we're talking about our boy son.
Oh, a living, breathing son?
Jimmy, remember we had him 10 years ago?
No.
Goup'ems boy?
Oh,
Goup'ems
right.
boy.
God, Goup'ems boy. That's ours?
That's ours.
I thought he snuck in and we just did one of your humanitarian things where you bring them all in, you bring boys in off the street and you adopt them.
We have done that plenty, but this is not one of those. We made this one out of flesh. Carrie, get the doll.
Fine, here we go.
Hello, I heard that this household just takes in little boys. I have nowhere else to go.
Genevieve, do not. Genevieve, do not take this boy in.
Genevieve, you really, really should.
He knows my name, Carrie. I gotta take him in.
Every time.
Thank you so much, Genevieve.
Mom, I thought I heard another little boy's voice.
Don't you touch him, Jimmy.
But he looks like a friend.
Oh no! Don't touch! No! Oh no! He touched me!
Good gracious gravy. We got 2 Goup'ems boys under the roof.
Oh no! What am I gonna do with all this goop on my arm?
Oh boy.
Genevieve, come in here in this room with me.
Will do.
Listen, we've been married for upwards of 15 years now.
It's getting there.
You know what my stance is on children in general.
Barely aware of them.
And barely aware. I'm not even sure. I like to think that I never even had a childhood. I just skipped on right to adulthood, and
You always talk about how you were a porcelain boy.
I was a porcelain boy, but now I'm real with flesh. But the thing is we've got 2 Goup'ems boys in there, and this is starting to be an epidemic in my living room, and I'm trying to watch ESPNs.
I know you. Listen, we can go back to the doctor. We can ask this little urchin boy, whom I've so kindly taken in, if he has ever wanted a brother. We can make urchin boy Jimmy's brother. We sacrifice, blood sacrifice like the doctor told us to. We blood sacrifice the boy.
Oh.
We cure Jimmy of the Goup'ems.
When you say blood sacrifice, does that mean we kill them?
I imagine the doctor does it.
Then I'm in. I'm 100% in at this point.
And now, Carrie, just a quick reminder, killing is like shattering of a man.
Whoa.
It's like when you shatter him, and again, I have to take it back to the porcelain.
Then I can't do that.
Imagine the doctor knocking one of these porcelain boys, who are the real boys in this analogy, out of the curio cabinet that is the realm of the living, and onto the ground, which is the operation table on which he will kill them.
Oh, that's disgusting. You can't just go around breaking people. That's wrong.
Again, it's killing, Carrie.
You can't do that. Not while you're in my house.
Cut back to the Goup'ems clinic. Yes. So I see that you have a secondary Goup'ems boy with you.
Wandered right into the house.
So they are siblings now. You've legally adopted this second boy, this urchin boy.
Mm-hmm. Little Urchy.
That's a very cute name. That's very original. I
didn't want to get too attached.
I understand. Now, the way this blood sacrifice is going to work, the clinic down the street, they kill the children or they shatter them.
Oh.
The clinic here, we just prick them in the finger. We get a little blood and we smear it on the goop. It goes away.
Cut to the clinic across the street.
No more shattering. No more shattering.
Carrie, what are you doing out here?
They're over here shattering folk. I can't have that. I'm over here protesting it.
Since when do you care about flesh folk, Carrie?
I don't. But when you start shattering
is
them,
that Dad?
Yeah, that's Daddy with the signs, Goup'em boy.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. You mind
Carrie, this is your son, Jimmy, again.
What are you? Don't touch me, you filthy whatever you are.
Me.
Shattering ain't flattering. Shattering ain't
Cut to
flattering.
inside with the doctor who does shatter the boys.
So you brought me this little urchin boy to shatter, did you?
I'm afraid we're gonna have to shatter young Urchy because the doctors across the street, they don't know how to get things done.
They definitely don't. Luckily, I got my big old sledgehammer over here. Sledgy, help me slaughter, smatter, shatter these little kids, all right?
Back to outside. Yeah, man, in the splatter.
No! Stop! I can't take this anymore. There will be no more shattering in my streets. There will be no more splattering in my spleens.
Cut to the spleen click. Now, I understand you've had a lot of splattering lately.
I've had an excessive amount of splattering in my spleen area.
Do you have any sons?
No.
Then I'm afraid the only cure is unobtainable because we would have to shatter one of those boys.
No more shattering!